Well, hello and welcome. I hope you're all doing really well. How are you all going? I guess everybody's waiting for a certain video to drop today. And Emily Artful is due to drop her video at any time. I'm onto it. I'm hitting refresh. That's a good thing. About 2 hours ago, she said it had about an hour and a half to render, and then it needed to be uploaded. So she was going to have a nap while that was happening. So I trust that you're all well. So I'll keep my eye on everything that's going on. I'm just having some trouble getting the files from today across from my phone to my computer. My MacBook is not picking up. Hello, Wind Whispers. My MacBook's not being picked up on AirDrop, which is really, really annoying. So, but we can still do Twitter and Instagram. And what I can show you is I actually would like to do a comparison, actually. I'd like to look at Jessa Seawald's video that she did and then look at Katie Joy's and compare and see how far out she was in her in what she said happened, because I actually watched Jess's video today and then I saw the title change several times, and the last title is so clickbaity. It's not funny. Hello, Villanova. How are you? So that's my plan B if I can't get my files to jump across. So here, let's start off with Twitter. All right. So, so this morning we learned that Creepshow Art deleted her Instagram. That the audio was a mess in the video. This was Neighbour Spills. Jess's Duggar's shocking birth decision, gender reveal, praises Michelle. Neighbour Spills. So obviously she had trouble because she kept changing the title. Ready for a thunderstorm. And then this is, I don't know what that meant, but that's Josh, I believe. Are they all married to the bear? Duggar Circus. Her baby must be due soon, right? She looked pregnant last November, and that can't be Josh. Apparently it's Josh. But I don't know where it's from or what it's from. So that was Twitter. Twitter was pretty tame today. So how do you feel about the plan that I've got? Does that sound like a plan, or do we want to just chat generally unless Emily Artful's video drops, or we just do what we're gonna, or we just do whatever? I'm pretty flexible. Pretty flexible. So, but I think it would be very interesting to see how things get twisted. Either, it's always a good time. All right. Either or. Okay. It's always a good time here no matter what. Hello, Kimberly. So what I was saying was that I was just thinking, you'd like to see a comparison, Laura? Okay. I was actually really shocked. Well, actually, no, I'll take that back. I was shocked by her title because I saw Jess's video. So let's have a look at Jess's video, and then let's look at the comparison for that, because I think from the title, from from what I read from the title, it was not that at all. Not that at all. And she explains, Jessica explains, first of all, Jessica explains that she's having a hospital birth because of the high risk complications. She explains that she's probably going to have an epidural. She explains that she's not going to tell you what the gender is, and that her mum was really good at making sure that each child was happy about the other child. That's essentially what she says. But when we go and compare it to the crystal ball, we will probably find that it's all been so. Yes, I'm happy to watch. Let's watch. Hello, Lauren. All right, so we're going to watch Jess's, and now we're going to watch Jess's video, and then we'll watch what Katie Joy does with it, and just see how much or how different they are. All right, so I'm going to speed Jessa up as well, just so that we can get through it all. I don't want subtitles. We'll just speed Jessa up a little bit. All right, so here we go. This is where she's talking about her birth stuff. And then we're going to watch Katie Joy's interpretation of it.
Right, time for a little pregnancy update. So I'm going to be answering some different questions about this pregnancy. Question number 1, how far along are you and how are you feeling? I am in my 3rd trimester now and I'm feeling great. A little large. That's usually my response. People say, how are you feeling? I say, big. I think I've definitely gained more weight with this pregnancy than I did with the last 2. This is more in line with like the weight that I gained with Spurgeon's pregnancy. I'm feeling good though, so I'm thankful for that. 3rd trimester, I'm definitely in nesting mode, getting all the things in order, getting ready for baby's arrival. So we're super excited. Question.
All right, so she's getting excited. All right, so then the question number 2.
Number 2, are the kids excited, and how do you think Ivy will react to no longer being the baby? The kids are very excited. They regularly sit next to me on the couch and want to feel baby's kicks and movements and hiccups and all that. And so they're really excited. They're always giving us different name suggestions and things like that. Spurgeon the other day, he's being delighted. He thought it was a great name. I said, okay, well, we'll have to put that on the list.
You love kids when they come up with baby names because they make no sense whatsoever. Yeah.
He's very excited. I feel like for having just turned 2, she has a pretty good understanding of babies, and she's really looking forward to having the baby here. She'll put my belly back, kisses my belly, and she'll put her little hand and say, "I'll hold it." So I think as well as a 2 can understand, she knows there's a baby on the way, and we've gone through little clips of different meeting for the first time, and so that's kind of gotten them excited as well. I think it will adjust, though. It always is an adjustment whenever you bring it, and they realize like they have to share mom's lap, and I think Ivy will probably experience some norm of like, mom has to hold the baby and feed. She thinks that that's her place in mom's lap. So,
all right.
Mom was always really great, just including the older siblings and making them feel like they're part of the process. So, Mom was always really great, just including the older siblings and making them feel like they're part of the process. And so I think a lot of it's just like help mom outfit, bring baby a toy, and letting them be involved as much as possible helps. And wait.
So she was really good at including older kids in with the baby to make them feel included. So that's the praise that is said in the Without a Crystal Ball video.
To like take ownership and feel like it's their baby. After working through how you experience fear, anxiety in this pregnancy early on, like especially going through my first trimester, I think I was nervous and had a hard time feeling like really excited about pregnancy because I was nervous and worried that something might go wrong.
I am pausing it. Is that white, or is it cutting out generally? Because I stopped it to talk. I don't know why I'm not appearing on the screen either. Like There I am. There's Charlie Whispers. Okay. Oh. Cool. All right. I'll just play again.
That this baby not make it. And so, yeah, in that sense, there was a certain amount of fear or anxiety early on. But I think we're able to have those appointments, those checkups, and seeing the baby on the ultrasound, seeing that everything was progressing well and looking good. That was really encouraging for me.
And I think my internet's dropping out as well. So am I under here? Wonder where I am. Oh, there I am.
I think making it through the first trimester and into the second trimester and things continuing to progress well, I think that's when I was able to allow myself to be more excited and feel less just nervous and on edge about like the outcome and how everything might go. I think going through a loss like that is very difficult, but in a lot of ways, I feel like it caused me to just be way more grateful and realize what a blessing it is to have a healthy pregnancy and be able to carry a baby to term and not have complications. We're just definitely grateful for God blessing us again with a little life, and we definitely don't take that for granted. Question number 4, what is your birth plan for this baby?
Okay, now this is really interesting. So this is her birth plan. So we know that she's had home births. Yeah. As I said, I watched this and I've only seen the title of what Katie Joy had said. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's always my internet. Right. So hopefully that's working better now.
So Ben and I talked this over a lot, and we decided that we're going to do a hospital birth this time. So that'll be different. I've had 3 home births, 3 great home births, good experiences, no complications with the birth itself, but I have had postpartum hemorrhage 2 times, with my first and my third. And so for that reason, we're choosing to do a hospital birth just so we won't have to deal with a transport if I end up needing Pitocin. It's kind of frustrating in some sense because most of our neighboring states, midwives are allowed to carry and administer Pitocin at home in the home birth setting, and Arkansas just doesn't allow their midwives to do that. That's a little frustrating. I wish our midwives could do that. They're very skilled and very capable, but since that's how it's set up in Arkansas, we decided that because of my history, we're going to plan for hospital birth this time. I guess a follow-up question to that is, are you nervous about that? A little bit, yes. Yes and no. I feel like in some ways, I've just been so used to.
So because she's had complications, she's decided to have a hospital birth, which I think is quite wise.
Being able to be in my own space and labor and move about and kind of have the comfort of home, and I love that. And so in that sense, like hospital sounds like very different, and like I wondered, will I be able to relax in that environment? Will I be able to, will things be able to progress, or will my body be like stressed and tensed up? Like I don't know. But at the same time, hospitals have epidurals. So I've told my birth team, my family, so I'm like, yeah, if I go to the hospital, I'm probably just going to end up getting an epidural. I have sisters and sister-in-laws who've had epidurals, and I'm like, okay, this sounds good. I think I've done the natural thing 3 times, and I wouldn't be surprised if I just got an epidural.
So she's talking about having an epidural. Don't blame her.
We'll see. I don't know. So yeah, it's different. I'm doing the whole getting my birth plan together, packing my birth bag, go to the hospital, all that good stuff. I think Ben's definitely excited. I think home birth is actually more stressful for Ben. And so he's like thrilled about the hospital birth. He's like, yeah. So we're excited. I've got a great doctor, a great doula. I was worried with like the COVID stuff if I would be able to have my mom there, and now I can. So our hospital allows 2 people, so I can have Ben and my mom both there. So I'm really excited about that. All right, and then a big question everybody wants to know, are you going to share the gender before the baby is born? No, we are not.
So she's going to have her mum in the birthing room with her as well. Hello, Jenna. which is interesting. Yeah. Making coffee? Okay. Cool.
So Ben and I went back and forth, back and forth. We kept talking about it. I think since our kids are older now, like we have a 5-year-old and a 4-year-old, we were thinking, well, they would probably get really excited to know the baby's gender. And so we planned, like, we were going to tell them. We thought, like, yeah, we're just going to do this. We're going to tell them. But then the more we talked about it, we're like, this has kind of been our tradition every baby so far. We find out the baby's gender and keep it a secret, and we surprise our families when the baby's born. Well, obviously, if you tell a 4 or 5-year-old, nothing's going to be kept secret anymore. And so we just kind of went back and forth on that. And we're like, oh, man, but we really like surprising everybody. So we decided that we are not going to tell our kids before, that we're going to wait, and when the baby's born, we're going to tell them first. So they'll get to know gender and name and all of that, and then Spurgeon and Henry will be the ones who get to announce that to grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. So that's kind of the compromise we came to. And they haven't been, like, super bummed about that. Like, they're just really excited. We just told them, like, when the baby's born, you'll find out. And so they're not, like, distraught that they don't know or anything like that. I mean, they're still pretty young. I imagine.
So what we're doing, for those of you that have just come in, we are actually watching Jessa Seawald's video, and then we're going to compare it to, then we're going to watch Without a Crystal Ball and see how different it is, because I think it's really important that you do this comparison yourself. I actually saw it about 2 hours. I actually watched this 2 hours before she did her video, and I was really surprised that it took her so long, to be honest with you. So, and then I saw the titles and I went, oh, that's not what I saw. So this way you can make up your own mind, whether or not it's embellished.
Imagine if they were a little bit older, they'd probably be like trying to pry it out of us. But at this point, they don't even really ask. They've just been giving us their guesses, and it changes from month to month, and they've been making name suggestions and all that. So it's fun. We're keeping with the tradition. How does this pregnancy compare to past pregnancies? I said already that, like, my weight gain is up. Yeah, I definitely put on a few extra pounds. It's been more like my weight gain with my first pregnancy, in which I was.
She's one of the Duggars. It's Jessa Seawald, previously known as Jessa Duggar.
Eating for 2 and enjoying that. But as far as, like, how I feel, I've been feeling really great. I had a lot of pelvic pain with Henry's pregnancy, just a lot of discomfort. I'm trying to remember what it's called, like symphysis pubic dysfunction or something like that. Basically, like, you have so much relaxin that your pubic bone kind of separates in the front a little bit, and there's just a lot of friction, a lot of pain whenever you move, going stairs, getting dressed, whatever. Like, anytime your legs are kind of moving independent of one another, like getting in or out of the car. Yeah, I had a lot of pain with Henry's pregnancy in the last 4 to 6 weeks. And so with a lot of women, that comes back every pregnancy and sometimes earlier on in each pregnancy. But thankfully with Ivy's, I didn't really have that pain. With this pregnancy, I've had little bouts of it if I exert myself too much or do something too strenuous, but overall, I haven't really had that. And so that's been a blessing. I've really been feeling great. Just trying to eat healthy and get the vitamins in and have been the best on exercise. But other than chasing kids around, I guess that counts. Sort of. We try to go on walks here and there and do different projects and things. But I'd probably do better to get on some kind of regimen. Like, I know there's videos for, like, pregnancy workout routines and stuff like that, but I haven't really done that. Last question. Having been through labor and delivery multiple times now, are you more nervous or less going into this delivery? I think in some ways I have a more realistic view of labor and delivery, so it makes it a little bit less scary in that it's not all unknown. But at the same time, that can also be intimidating because you know how hard it is and you know how long it can take sometimes. My labor with Spurgeon was 2 days long. That was a long, tiring ordeal. With my next 2, God was very gracious. They were quick and smooth deliveries.
Yes, she had 3 babies at home, Jenna. She's just announced in this one that because she's had complications after a couple of the deliveries, she's decided to have a hospital birth this time because the midwives can't carry whatever it is that she needs. So they've decided it's safer for her to have the baby in hospital. So it'll be her first hospital birth. And she was talking about having an epidural.
Henry's was 5 hours from start to finish. With Ivy's, my water broke in the morning time, but then my contractions didn't start until in the afternoon, and I only had 2.5 hours of contraction, so like active labor with Ivy, and then she was born. So that was very short. I'm very thankful for that. I mean, you never know. It doesn't mean that's like a guarantee that the next baby will be that short of a delivery. Sometimes it just fluctuates. They don't always get shorter and shorter. I mean, my mom, her labors were always in the teen hours, just very long and drawn out. We're definitely praying for a short and smooth delivery, but I'm not setting my hopes on being 2 hours. I just want to think like realistically about that and not get my hopes up and then just be like so disappointed whenever I'm still laboring. But who knows? Maybe I'll have the epidural and I won't feel it at all, and then it'll just be great. So.
So she said earlier that her sisters and sister-in-laws had talked about an epidural, so she was talking about having an epidural.
For any of you moms out there that have been through this ordeal, like I said, this is my first time like really packing a birth bag and going to the hospital, doing all that. So if you have input of like what I should pack, what I should bring, essentials, put those in the comments. If you have both like the epidural without, give me your pros and cons. Like, I want to hear about it. Yeah, it's legit. So that's the update. We're looking forward to meeting baby this summer.
Okay, so that was just announced. Okay, so now we have to go see what happened on Without a Crystal Ball. We reported on this. So this is what I want to find out. How different. So do we want to have a bet? I shouldn't say bet, but do we want to have a guess as to how different it was? No, let me just read the title. I mean, the title in itself doesn't. Oh really? Damn. Hello? Again, sorry. Hello? Hello? Back? Oh, am I back? Yes, I just got you and Ori Barner. Okay, cool. You're losing me again. All right. I want to know. Yeah, I'm sorry. Internet. Okay. So, here is the title. For most of you, Jessa Douglas' frustration boils over about upcoming birth. Praises mum following Josh's arrest. We did any of that. Where was their frustration? Where is the frustration? We just watched it. We watched two different things. So can you? Oh, gee, this is stupid. Hello. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, can you hear me? am singing. Woo, ooh, ooh, I wanna try something. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, look, I worked out what it is. Happy, okay. Right. So what I'm saying is that internet, can you stop it? I'm not in the mood. What I was saying is that the title of this video is Jessa Duggar's frustration boils over reboot over upcoming birth, praises mum following Josh's arrest. Now, we saw Jess's video. I didn't hear any frustration. She did say that her mum was very good with introducing younger children to the older children. But this following Josh's arrest is only clickbait. So, I'm a robot. Oh, great. All right. I actually stopped exporting, uploading I was uploading something. So, all right. All right. I think I've got green bars again. So hopefully you can hear me very well again. All right. Yay. Yay. Welcome to Australia's NBN. All right. So, the title, Jessa Duggar's frustration boils over about upcoming birth, praises mum following Josh's arrest. As I was saying, I didn't hear Jess show any frustration. And I don't know what Josh's arrest has to do with the fact that she said that her mother was going to be in the birthing suite with her and that her mother was really good with introducing children to other children. But anyway, let's see what she's got to say.
I gained more weight with this pregnancy than I did with the last two. This is more in line with like the weight that I gained with Spurgeon's pregnancy.
She hasn't.
So I'm thankful for that.
Is she talking about she's frustrated because she's put extra weight on? No way. She hasn't, has she? No way.
I'm just very excited. I feel like for having just turned 2, she has a pretty good understanding of babies, and she's really looking forward to having a baby here. And I think I will probably experience some normal jealousy just of like mom has to hold the baby and feed the baby, and she thinks that that's her place in mom's lap. So
why did you pick that line out? All right, let's see what she's got to do. I swear this theme sounds better. Sped up.
Hey you guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. I am so sorry. I tried to upload that video like 3 times. Did you just see that chaos that happened on my channel? I was having some massive audio issues and I apologize. But this is my second video of the day. It is
So I've sped her up as well. So she sounds like she's had caffeine. So, all right.
Friday, June 11th, and I am so late. It was the first day of summer vacation for my son, and I don't know how any parent can resist their little one saying, Mommy, can we just spend some more time together this morning since it's my first day and I don't have to go to school? Of course. So I had a very long morning with my and loved every minute of it. That video is
but he was doing homeschooling. You watch her videos? Yeah, cool.
a little bit late today, so I do apologize. But we have an update on Jessa Blessa. So I was perusing my YouTube. I saw she popped up with a new video, and we haven't really talked much about Jessa, just the context of Jessa. I think everything on this channel has really been focused on Blessa is pregnant. You know, Jessa Blessa is pregnant, and she's about to have her 4th child, and she's has some exciting news, and I was shocked with this. So let's talk about
What was she said? She talked about how she had competency, and it was decided that it was safer. She does, doesn't she now? Is the sound still all right? Because it's gone orange. It's gone yellow again. Oh, plan to create. Hello. I might. Right. Is it going again? Is it all right? Or is it still a bit yucky? I'm about to run it from my mobile if it keeps going. I tell you, I've had enough. The sound has cracked up again. Not brilliant now. Do you know, I never had this trouble when I was on the old stuff. Where I used to live, I could only have ADSL 1, not even ADSL 2. I'm going to just see if I can flick across to my hotspot for a bit. Oh, hello. No, did it drop again? Oh, this is sucky. Hello. Cool. All right. We good again? Oh, no, it's not going. All right. Let's try. Okay. We fine? I just dropped again. Okay, we okay now? I'm sorry. It is funny, isn't it, Laura? Laurie, it is funny, isn't it? All right, I just flicked it over. I've just switched to another. I've just flicked it to my phone, so hopefully that's okay. All right, so let's see how we go. Elizabeth says her internet's been playing up all night too. I hate NBN. I want my cable back. Oh, so it's NBN's horrible. Anyway. All right, so let's keep going.
gender reveal, birth plan, and all that stuff. And I think we have some understandings of where people stand right now with the Duggars based on this video by Jessa. So let's get into it. Jessa Blessa Duggar Seawald, she has a history of post-natal, like post-delivery hemorrhaging. It has happened in her first and third babies. She has had to be transported after having a home birth to the hospital to receive Pitocin. She got like her second birth, it did not happen, but so if you recall, she was supposed to have a hospital birth last time, but for some weird reason, her doctor was out of town, and so she decided to deliver at home.
She said that Ivy was delivered within 2 hours. So that's why she didn't make it to the hospital. That's why she said that. She said Ivy took 2 hours. Oh, thank you, Kim. Yeah, I flicked it over. I changed it to a different. There's I've got a 5G connection and a normal connection, and I've just switched it off to the normal connection, and then I've got my phone as backup. Hi, Sarah. So, anyway.
Even though you can have a baby with any doctor there, it could have just been that she wasn't comfortable or whatever. So she decided to deliver Ivy at home on the couch, you guys, the couch that everyone calls like the birth couch, that brown couch that she has, where she delivered Ivy. So she had Ivy, and then she had the...
Only if you want to... so what all I've done is really show Jess's video, and then we're comparing it to what Katie has said. She got blood the first time and Pitocin the second time. Yeah. And she said the only reason why she's having it at hospital is because it's likely she needs Pitocin and the midwives can't carry it in Arkansas. So who is the midwife? Who's the trained midwife? Or the...
complication and had to be transported to the hospital to receive Pitocin. With this pregnancy, people were super, super worried. They're like, Jessa, do not risk this because the hemorrhaging can get worse progressively as you have more children. And the last thing people wanted was for her to have a complication that she could not come back from.
What? That's not what she said. Okay. Jill is the midwife. Okay. It's just interesting how it's Jess's story is like the fish tail at the moment. It's different. Which is why I wanted to show it to you so we could at least compare. Compare the pair. Why aren't I? Okay, and then why aren't I? Where have I gone? I don't know. Well, her mother's going to help. And I'm hoping that if there's any of her people that are watching her have seen the first bit and now seen this, can compare. And I want people to draw their own conclusions, but already it's been exaggerated. I mean, even this title is frustrating me.
So she shared this.
So Ben and I talked this over a lot, and we decided we're going to do a hospital birth this time. So that'll be different. I've had 3 home births, 3 great home births, good experiences, no complications with the birth itself, but I have had postpartum hemorrhage 2 times, my first and my third.
Now, her rationalization for this is that she says that they make this decision because of this history that she has, and then she expanded on it by saying that in Arkansas, they have this really weird rule where a midwife cannot carry Pitocin.
It's kind of frustrating in some sense because most of our neighboring states, midwives are Pitocin at home in the home, and Arkansas just doesn't allow the midwives to do that. That's what.
Okay, I've worked down. It's dropped again.
I wish our midwives could do that. They're very skilled and very capable.
Yeah, I picked that up. It's glitching again. I think I'm back. Yay! I'm back! I think. All right. Can you hear me now? This is ridiculous. This is the third connection I'm trying. Can you hear me now? Hello. 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 Right. Yay. Finally. Oh, this is stupid. All right, here we go.
Since that's how it's set up in Arkansas, we decided that the history we're going to plan for hospital work this time.
So it sounds like Jessa is going to have the baby in a hospital, and it sounds like Jessa is going to maybe use an epidural as well. And she doesn't, it sounds like she is ready to go, like her sisters have prepared her for.
Oh, good. Okay, cool.